Judge, today's case, out for delivery.
This couple has trouble with trust, money, family, discipline. We don't know if anything went right at all. Let's find out.
Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lynn Toller presiding.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Jeanine Wright and Marvin Vance. The two of you have been together for 13 years, married for 10 years. You are currently separated. You do have one child together. Ms. Wright, you are suing Mr. Vance for $2,000, which you say is the amount of the deposits you lost on fancy cars that were repossessed. Before we get to that, Ms. Wright, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your marriage and why we're here today?
Yes, Your Honor. I am here to divorce my husband, Mr. Marvin Vance, with his lying, cheating, low-down, dirty
Oh, my.
Okay.
Let's watch our language. Ms. Wright.
Your Honor, one time I'm trying to reach Mr. Vance on a multiple occasion, calling his phone back to back. He never answered, so I decided to track his phone and rode up on him and found him in a parking lot with a female of a fast food restaurant. So when I walk up to the car and I asked him, Marvin, who is this you're talking to? Oh, he says, this is just a friend. This is a coworker. What? Why are you in a fast food restaurant talking to a female? I can't even get a $1 hamburger or a French fry off the dollar menu, and you taking some female to a fast food restaurant and sitting in the parking lot talking. You rarely talk to me.
Mr. Vance, you want to respond to that?
That's why I barely talked to her, Your Honor. She's crazy. She's crazy. I was at a fast food restaurant in a parking lot with a co-worker. We worked together. Why not? Why would we eat separate? You know, that don't make no sense. So yes, we was in a fast food restaurant eating.
Right.
That's it.
Mm-hmm. Did you get the phone calls beforehand? Because you know how women are. I'm not saying we're right or we're wrong, but I'm saying if, 10 calls, you got to pick up one and stop them.
That's true. But I didn't pick up the call. No, I didn't, because I know her. And there would have been, like, arguing. I didn't want to argue with my coworker.
Right.
And then there'd be rumors going around at work. You know, Marvin can't get along with his wife.
So he respects the coworker more than he respects his wife. Is that what he's saying?
No, it has nothing to do with disrespect. You disrespect me.
Okay.
Give us a story about that.
Oh, my God.
Do you want a time to think? Because I think she has another one.
I'm sure she
Oh,
does.
yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
So
think about it, though.
Another time, we're at a family member's house, and some random female just pops up at the family gathering. So he embraces her with this hug that's not family related. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm like, Marvin, and naturally, he doesn't introduce me as his wife either. So I'm asking him, Marvin, who is this female and who called her to the cookout? Oh, once again, this is just a coworker or an old friend that I used to go to high school with. Really? So why is she here with us at the family reunion and I'm your wife and you never introduced me as your wife?
Mr. Vance, do you remember that circumstance?
Yes, because we was at the family get-together. She was a friend of the family. I haven't seen her in forever. Yes, I grew up with her in school. That's
You
it.
hugged her.
Huh?
You hugged her.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
That's it. And I introduced her. No, she don't know her because we in a different state. That's back at home.
Now, Ms.
So that's why
Wright-
you never met her.
Ms. Wright, I gotta say, when you haven't seen a friend in a long time, you give a big bear hug. And he did. It's not like he took her in a back room to hug her.
Exactly.
She was just like right there, hugged her.
Yeah, but they had a side conversation also, too, Your Honor. And it was long before he introduced me as his wife.
Okay, well, tell me something else, because that wasn't very good.
Your Honor, she's just assuming the worst. That's all she do is assume the worst when I do something. Mm-hmm. I don't know why.
So what about all the text messages, Your Honor, that he gets at late night, past 9, 10, sometimes 12 o'clock at night?
Tell me about
So Mr. Vance, of course, works for as a delivery. He delivers packages, and usually his hours are between 10 in the morning to 9 at night. So for lately, Mr. Vance has been working well past those hours, 10, 11, sometimes even 12 o'clock. Now tell me, who is getting packages delivered at 12 o'clock at night? And then, I would think that he's the only one that's delivering a package, okay? So, and then these text messages are coming in well past that time. So I'm asking, and on an Android or iPhone, the text messages and the calls show up right on the face of the phone. So I can see exactly everything that's coming in.
Well, what's the most damning text you've seen?
It was nice to meet you today, Mr. Vance.
Whoa.
I look forward to seeing you again later.
Is she under oath? That's not true, Your Honor.
You tell me what you believe she saw on that phone.
It's texts, but it'd be from coworkers, from people from work. Did I deliver this package? What time was you done? Or how far you got to your next delivery? Stuff like that. That's all that is.
Okay. So it's always a coworker. Always a coworker.
Yeah, but he works from home. Do you know what I mean? He delivers packages from here and there. They've got to call him all day long. If they're not calling him all day long, he don't know where to go.
Okay, but no, his responsibility is to only deliver the packages.
That's all I'm delivering,
Take the packages and throw it in the driveway.
No, you ain't supposed to throw it in the driveway.
That's all he
Get me in
needs to
trouble
do.
out here.
But how does he know?
Throw it in the driveway.
No, throw it in the driveway.
You don't need to call
you want your
anybody and
package
say.
thrown in your driveway?
There's a lot of communication that has to go on in that process. I know I get a lot of packages. They know where the driver is. They tell him if I got to sign. I am the queen of delivery. One time he came home and began disciplining the kids immediately. I told him when he gives me some money, he can yell at my kids. Did you say that? Why don't you tell me about the financial situation in the home? You say it's not good.
It's not good at all.
Tell me about it.
Mr. Vance is very irresponsible when it comes to managing our money. He goes out, for example, Your Honor, Mr. Vance went out and bought a brand new BMW without even consulting me, a car which he could not afford, and then come to turn around, the car ended up falling back on me, and not to mention it ended up getting repossessed.
Which is what you're suing about, and we're going to talk that a little later on.
Yes.
Do you have trouble managing your money, Mr. Vance?
I'll be honest with you, yes, I do.
Okay.
I'm not the best man when it comes to managing money. That's why I give my check to her, to manage it. So she acts like I don't give her money, but I give her all my majority of my check to her.
So what happened?
Do you get the check? Does he acknowledge that he's not good with money and allow you to handle the money because he knows what he's not good at?
Mr. Vance was supposed to pay the rent last month, a few months back, and he didn't. So what happened with that check?
I give you the money to take care of all that. I'll work and say, here. That's what I do.
What happened with the last checks that you were supposed to bring to me?
And you got them.
And I'm constantly finding receipts, MoneyGrams. Who are you sending money to?
Who I'm sending money to? I'm not sending money to nobody. I'm sending money to you.
You say you also have trouble with the manner in which he disciplines or doesn't discipline the children. What's going on there?
Right. Yeah. So, he's sitting back watching TV all the time, doing his leisure, casual when he is there, so he's not interacting or involved. So if the kids are getting attitudes or getting sassy, Mr. Vance, I guess, excuse me?
Get it from you. Go ahead.
Okay. If they're getting attitudes or being sassy, Mr. Vance doesn't interrupt. He doesn't say anything. And so that brings a problem for me in trying to discipline them because he's not speaking up as the man of our house.
Mr. Vance, what would you like to say about that? Are you not taking charge and doing the discipline thing as you should?
No, that's not it. I'm hardly at home, from working a lot. So I don't like to come home and argue with the kids or with her. So I tend to let them do their thing or whatever too much, but they don't bother me. They don't bother me.
Are they doing the right thing, though?
Hey, they doing the
You
right
don't
thing.
know.
They don't bother me.
But these are kids that she had from a previous relationship, correct? You say he yells at them. You said something really bizarre to me.
I don't yell at my kids.
And I gotta repeat
You
it.
yell at me.
Hang on, Mr. Vance. I gotta repeat it because I thought it was bizarre. One time he came home and began disciplining the kids immediately. I told him when he gives me some money, he can yell at my kids. Did you say that?
You know, that may have been on one occasion, Your Honor.
Okay.
One occasion. He barely disciplines them hardly at all. Like I said, he's watching TV.
So did you get mad at him the one time that he did?
No, I did not. No.
She on the oath, right?
So you didn't say that?
Your Honor, the one time he yelled at the kids, the one time.
You say that her family treats you terribly. Tell me about that.
And I come back out, and Mr. Vance is not even prepared or ready to have anything going on that night. It was like,
If you would like your case to be heard on divorce court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Missed a show? Watch full episodes on our streaming platforms, and for exclusive content, go to Apple TV.
Some of her family members feel that I'm not bringing enough weight in the house, you know, as far as money is concerned, because a lot of them come from, you know, wealthy, you know, and
right.
they expect her to have the same thing. And I just don't have it like that. But I give her everything I got.
Right.
But that's not enough for her family or for her. So.
Is he giving you everything he's got and you're simply dissatisfied that he hasn't got enough?
no. Like I said, the rent was due, and he didn't pay the rent for the month that we needed the rent. He's slacking and buying different things, random objects and electronics and things that we don't need for the house. So, no, he's slacking big time.
But does he give you the check so you can handle that stuff?
He used to give me the checks on a regular basis, but he slacked on that.
He slacked on.
Yes.
Are you working too?
I am.
Good. Mr. Vance, you have some commentary on her employment status?
I mean, I don't see it, but I give her all my money, and she wonder about things that are getting paid, because you ain't paying them.
Mr. Vance, you also say that your sex life is a little lacking. To the extent you wish to discuss that, you may.
Okay, Your Honor.
But you can pass if you want to, too.
I mean, you know, it isn't much.
Your Honor, we're out having a good time, having a few drinks. So I figured that this night would be kind of a relaxed time for us to put aside all of our disagreements, our arguments. Let's go have a couple of drinks. So Mr. Vance, he has 1, 2, maybe 3 too many drinks. Once we got home, and I go into the bathroom to relax, get undressed, to wind down, and I come back out, and Mr. Vance is not even prepared or ready to have anything going on that night. It was like, So explain that.
I should have offered you the chance to pass as well. I don't know if you would have taken it. But, oh my.
Your Honor, the truth is, when we about to have that, first of all, we already got to have a drink. You know, I got to get drunk in order to have sex with my wife. That's bad. Why? Because every time we argue too much.
How when you're always sleeping on the couch?
It takes the mood away.
I got you.
Don't nobody want to come home and argue.
Fuss and fight, holler, then have sex.
Your Honor,
Yeah.
when I pull home from work, I gotta sit in the driveway and woosah before I go home. just to prepare myself for her.
For what you're walking into.
For what I'm about to walk in.
Because you know it's going to be a problem.
Exactly.
Do you meet him at the door with a lot of consternation? Are you always at him and upset and angry?
Your Honor, I would not have anything to say to Mr. Vance if he was on top of his game, taking care of his business and responsible. Yes, I have a problem when he comes in the house because he's always sleeping on the couch.
Because I don't want to deal with...
How can we have a sex life if you're constantly sleeping on the couch every night that you come in?
But you're talking proximity. He's talking mood. Yeah. He's saying that the mood in the house is so static and obstreperous that he can't get in the mood to get near you.
No,
It's
that's
like
not
having
true.
sex
Are you someone pleasant to come home to?
No.
No, she's not someone pleasant to come home to, Your Honor. It's like coming home
Your
to
Honor.
Satan. He might have Satan in lingerie, in broad panties. He might have Satan. It's not pretty, Your Honor. It's not pretty. It's not cute at all.
Your Honor,
Oh, yes, it turns me off. I will sleep on the couch before I sleep with Satan.
Ms. Wright, I want you to tell me about this $2,000 you're seeking to recover from Mr. Vance.
It was multiple cars that Mr. Vance purchased.
Do you buy too nice a car?
I mean, I try to look.
One that you can't afford?
I do. Like I said, I'm not good with money.
Yeah.
I admit. That's my fault.
You know, and I'm not mad at you, Mr. Vance, because I see what you're working with over here, but...
Exactly.
Let me just say, you know, the path of poverty is paved by ego. And you know, don't buy a car that looks good. Buy a car that works and you can afford. Who cares what you look like riding down the road? Don't reward high-end car makers and hurt your family. You see what I'm saying? It's not worth it. Nobody thinks any more of you if you show up in a high-end car and know, you know what I'm saying? Because they know you can't afford it because next week you ain't got it. You know what I mean? You hear what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? Ms. Wright, I'm not sure what's wrong. I don't think you demonstrated at all that he was cheating. I think you demonstrated that you're angry and insecure. I think you demonstrated that you're unhappy and unsatisfied. I don't think I've seen anything on his, but he ain't perfect. You know, he's got his flaws. He's not good with money. He's got a job that may not bring in as much as you want. Might I suggest, Ms. Wright, when you move on to the next dude, you just lighten up a little bit. No man is perfect. Every man has flaws. But if he comes home to a constant, unending, harping, unhappy, unpleasant woman all the time, what's his motivation to be any better than he already is? He's got to fight whatever failures he has. I got failures. You got failures. He's got failures. Everybody has to fight their failures. But if you're with somebody who just nabs and picks and pops and pokes, it doesn't motivate. It deflates. It destroys. It does not create. Don't mess up another dude. You know what I'm saying? Get a good one, treat him right.
Okay.
Bless his heart.
Good luck to you, Mr. Vance. I think you're a good dude. And you know what I like about you?
Pray for me.
You admit. I was gonna say one thing, but now it's two. One, you got a good sense of humor. I love a man that can make me laugh. And number two, you know what you're not good at and you're willing to say it. That's why you're gonna get better. There will be no recovery in this matter. It is so ordered.
Judge Lynn had a lot to say today. Talk to me about what you're thinking after hearing from her.
I think that at this point that we're done.
She says she's done. Pretty sure you're
Thank God.
done. Thank God. Tell me how you're feeling.
Continue to move on and be happy. Have peace in my life.